Hello, everyone. You're tuning to the news bulletin today, May the 10th. Coming first with local news. Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc yesterday chaired a national video conference with businesses under the theme Paying Efforts, Overcome Challenges, Taking Opportunities and Economic Recovery. The video conference took place at the International Conference Center in Hanoi, being connected to 30 venues in ministries and sectors, as well as provinces and cities across the country. More than 20 opinions were delivered to the conference directly from associations, businesses, businessmen, and ministries. Besides, the conference had received more than 80 recommends from 13 business associations. Nearly 440 recommends have been submitted on the national public portals. The Vietnam Chamber of Commerce and Industry (VCCI) reported 180 suggestions. The conference is a great encouragement to have businesses promote patriotism, self-reliance, overcome difficulties, and create miracles to realize the goals set by the government to build a prosperous Vietnam. At the Dong Nai venue, Vice Chairman of the People's Committee Nguyễn Quốc Hùng said, the province had carried out a plan to support businesses in terms of credit packages and labor support. Especially small and medium-sized businesses have been offered support for renting costs. We hope that such aids could somehow help them overcome the difficulties in this epidemic. Concluding the conference, Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc acknowledged and appreciated the efforts of businesses in overcoming the setbacks and maintaining production during the hard times. The governments and the ministries have taken notes and will arrange for measures to develop the economy after the pandemic. The Prime Minister also called on the business community to promote the spirit of national pride, proactively tackle hurdles, and successfully achieve the socio-economic goals set by the National Assembly and the government in 2020 and the subsequent years. Vietnam is now entering a new phase in the fight against COVID-19. The country will adapt to a new normal status, fighting the epidemic while restoring economic development. One of the measures that the government required to keep is to prevent the source of disease from abroad. Accordingly, all people entering Vietnam will be put under 14-day quarantine. This policy has been closely implemented by the southern province of Dong Nai. In recent days, Dong Nai Lung Hospital has continuously received people returning from disease-reported areas abroad who need to receive centralized quarantine. Right from the phase of receiving quarantine people, health officials have strictly carried out medical protection, having luggage, vehicles, and medical staff sprayed with disinfectant. Quarantine people will receive health check and medical supervision every day. Currently, the province had 54 cases of quarantine at the hospital. All remain in normal health with no symptoms of respiratory disease. As of May the 9th, Vietnam recorded no new COVID-19 cases for 23 days in a row. In Dong Nai, as informed, the first as well as the only case confirmed positive for coronavirus has been successfully cured. No further suspected cases were detected. The disease situation is believed to be under control. World news. While the pandemic was beginning to show signs of weakening, several countries have decided to relax social isolation measures. However, their leaders called on people to stay alert to the second wave of coronavirus. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau warned on Saturday that if localities move too quickly to reopen their economies, a second wave of coronavirus pandemic could send Canada back into confinement this summer. He said any reopening should be gradual. Although health officials have pointed to a flattening rate of daily cases in many provinces, Trudeau said Canada is still in emergency phase. The vast majority of Canadians continue to need to be very careful. Spain Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez had pleaded with Spain citizens to take precautions against coronavirus when the harsh lockdown is relaxed in some areas and cities. At present, nearly half of the Spanish population is living in areas where the lockdown will be partly loosened, particularly in northern cities like Basque Region, Cantabria, Galicia will turn to phase 2 of the battle against COVID-19 disease as the cities have fulfilled criteria imposed by the health authority to apply lockdown relax. However, Prime Minister Sanchez further warned that the virus has yet to be defeated and the fight will continue until there is an effective vaccine. That's all today's news. Thank you for joining us and goodbye.